You won't believe what's been quietly unfolding behind Hollywood's closed doors. Rumors are swirling that a major celebrity may be cooperating with federal investigators, and the timing has fans and insiders in absolute frenzy. Suddenly deleted photos, unfollows, and frantic PR cleanups have sparked a wildfire of speculation. While nothing is confirmed, the patterns emerging online suggest a story far stranger than the headlines suggest. And the deeper you look, the stranger the timing becomes. It all started when observers noticed sudden changes that don't add up. Social media pages, once filled with glamorous party photos and familiar faces, went blank almost overnight. Posts celebrating past events, once shared with pride, disappeared without explanation. Court filings mentioned unnamed high-profile individuals and sealed motions, and the internet began connecting dots in real time. People started piecing together timelines, old interviews, and public appearances. And once the internet smells fear, it never stops digging. These revelations pulled attention back to Hollywood's notorious private party culture. Long gone are the days when events could pass unnoticed. What once were seemingly innocent celebrity gatherings are now re-examined with a critical lens. Clips from years ago resurfaced, seemingly mundane remarks suddenly loaded with sinister undertones. Context changes everything, and what once seemed harmless now fuels intense speculation. But the internet wasn't done yet. Every comment, every post, every subtle move by public figures became potential evidence in the court of online opinion. Then came the money movements. Observers noticed large, unexplained real estate sales, emergency loans, and asset transfers. In wealthy families, these moves are often defensive, legal fees mount, divorces unfold, and litigation can demand fast access to funds. Fans and online investigators, however, interpreted these actions as signs of panic, suggesting that someone was trying to protect themselves from scrutiny. And that's when the family dynamics began cracking in public view, leaving the internet buzzing with conspiracy theories. Family and custody matters added another layer to the story. Public disputes over custody can surface at the most inconvenient times, especially when legal pressure mounts elsewhere. Court filings, social media meltdowns, and cryptic public statements fueled a narrative of hidden tensions. Many began to speculate that custody battles were intertwined with legal negotiations, with each side maneuvering for leverage. And while it may seem far-fetched, in Hollywood such connections are rarely dismissed lightly. But the wildest theory of all centered on recordings. Hollywood has a long, complicated history with private recordings, hidden media vaults, and NDAs. Fans speculated that private footage from years past could hold explosive secrets. The idea that these recordings might exist triggered a wave of theories about who was involved, who knew, and what could happen if the footage ever leaked. It's crucial to note, there's no verified evidence that any such recordings exist, yet the mere possibility sent speculation into overdrive. And if that footage ever surfaced, everything would change. The next chapter in this unfolding drama involved financial intricacies that fans couldn't ignore. Celebrity-linked nonprofit organizations and churches often become focal points in online rumors. Donations, tithes, and property acquisitions were suddenly seen as suspicious. When public figures redirect funds during high-pressure legal times, internet sleuths jump to conclusions. While many of these transactions are legal and above board, speculation mounted that hidden financial maneuvers were being made to protect reputations. And once these theories merged with the party culture rumors, the story took on a life of its own. Game theory began to dominate online discussions. Fans speculated about who might cooperate with authorities first, who would protect themselves, and who might face consequences. Sealed witness lists, immunity agreements, and strategic negotiations became the subject of late-night YouTube breakdowns. Everyone online seemed to be asking the same question: if one person flips, who else will follow? But here's the terrifying reality: sometimes being first doesn't guarantee safety, and timing can make or break careers. What would happen if a sealed name ever became public? Social media speculators imagined a cascade of consequences: brand collapses, sponsor withdrawals, emergency legal maneuvers, and courtroom drama unfolding live online. Even without formal charges, just being associated with certain events could destroy public perception. Suddenly, silence became a strategic weapon. Every deleted post, every avoided interview, every private move was interpreted as a clue. And in Hollywood, the silence often speaks louder than any headline. The internet also latched onto the role of family and inner circle dynamics. Observers noted sudden movements and distancing among relatives, attributing it to defensive legal strategies. Asset sales, law firm changes, and public behavior shifts were all read as signals that something massive was happening behind the scenes. While no formal evidence connects these events to any wrongdoing, the patterns alone fueled endless speculation. And as rumors compounded, the online narrative painted a story far more intricate than any single report could capture. Throughout this, the central question lingered: is this all about survival, reputation, or justice? Fans debated endlessly. Could a celebrity's cooperation really protect their brand, or was it a risky gamble that might backfire spectacularly? Would family members and close associates be affected by any legal entanglements, or were they merely collateral in a high-stakes game of power and influence? And more than anything, viewers wanted to know who walks away unscathed when the dust settles. One of the most compelling aspects of this saga was how ordinary fans could trace potential timelines without access to sealed court documents. They relied on a combination of past interviews, social media history, and reported financial movements. When old party footage resurfaced, when real estate changed hands, and when emergency loans were recorded, the internet instantly connected the dots. Each piece of public information became a breadcrumb and a trail leading to a complex story of wealth, power, and secrecy. As the story evolved, theories about who knows what became central. Observers speculated about managers, publicists, and other associates who might have been aware of past events. Questions about who could act as a witness, who might offer testimony, and who would remain silent dominated discussion boards and Twitter threads. Even casual references in interviews were parsed meticulously, and speculation spiraled into elaborate narratives about power, control, and protection. Meanwhile, the concept of control and narrative management became a focal point. Fans speculated that careful PR strategies, social media deletions, and selective interviews were part of a coordinated plan to shape public perception. Every move was scrutinized as if it were a chess piece on a giant board. Would public appearances hint at confidence or anxiety? Did subtle legal filings reveal strategy or desperation? Each question fueled the next layer of speculation, keeping viewers hooked and hungry for more. By the time observers considered the potential consequences of leaked footage or court revelations, the conversation had shifted from individual accountability to systemic impact. People wondered, how would brands react? Would contracts be renegotiated? Could custody arrangements be influenced by what was disclosed? Even casual connections to the inner circle were dissected, creating a web of what-ifs that kept the online audience engaged. And the suspense continued to build, section after section, rumor after rumor. Legal experts and casual viewers alike speculated about the mechanics of cooperation in high-profile cases. Sealed agreements, immunity negotiations, and witness testimony are common in large federal investigations, and fans theorized about the intricate timing of each decision. Who decides to come forward first, who holds the leverage, and who might face unintended fallout? While the public can only speculate, the tension and uncertainty drive engagement, compelling viewers to follow every update. Even the health and personal life angles added drama. Reports of stress-related medical issues coincided with the timing of legal filings, fueling speculation that these events were connected. Fans debated whether such incidents were genuine health scares or strategic maneuvers to manage public perception. In Hollywood, the lines between personal and professional crises are often blurred, and every detail is magnified. The narrative of health, legality, and family drama interweaves seamlessly, keeping viewers riveted. Finally, the climax of this ongoing speculation centers on narrative control. Fans speculate about documentaries, interviews, and tell-all projects potentially in the works. The idea that a celebrity might tell their side of the story before any legal revelations are finalized keeps anticipation at an all-time high. The tension between public storytelling and potential legal consequences creates a unique pressure cooker scenario. Every teaser, every cryptic social media post, and every news report becomes another piece of a suspenseful puzzle that the audience eagerly tries to solve. So here's where we leave it for now. Rumors continue to swirl, social media deletions continue, and online sleuths keep piecing together timelines and potential motives. Nothing has been confirmed, and no charges have been announced. But the patterns, timing, and speculation alone are enough to keep people glued to their screens. The story is still unfolding, and each new development has the potential to change the narrative entirely. In the end, the question isn't whether there's truth in these rumors. The real question is, how much longer can anyone stay silent before the story breaks, and what happens when the pieces finally fall into place? Because in Hollywood, the truth rarely explodes, it leaks, and when it does, everyone wants to be watching. So, what do you think? Is this about protecting a brand, safeguarding a family, or surviving in the cutthroat world of fame? Drop your theories in the comments, hit like if you're following every twist, and subscribe because when the next chapter unfolds, we'll break it down faster and deeper than anyone else. Stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, in Hollywood, the only thing more dangerous than secrets is the person keeping them.